financial management. Financial management, according to Van Horn and Rakovic, financial management is concerned with the acquisition, financing, and management of assets, some overall goal in mind. So this definition defined by Van Horn. Based on the definition, financial management is concerned with the acquisition. Acquisition means acquire the funds. Acquisition means to acquire the funds. When we acquire the funds, the next one is financing. How to financing the funds? How to finance the funds? Means generally financing in two ways. Number one, debt capital. Number two, share capital. And when we acquiring the funds, how to manage the assets? How to manage the assets? Some overall goal in mind. Generally, what is the goal for any businessman? To earn the profit, to maximize the profit. Not only earn the profit, to maximize the profit. So this is the definition about financial management. Financial management having three activities. Concerned with the definition, financial management having three activities. Number one, first activity, anticipating financial needs, which means funds required for investment. That is the first factor or first activity of the financial management. Anticipating financial needs. Anticipating financial needs, which means funds required for investment. Funds required for investment. Anticipating financial needs, which means funds required for investment, means how much funds were required in future. So based on that, the funds required and those funds are invested in business. So that is the first activity in financial management. And the second one, acquiring financial resources. Acquiring financial resources means how to acquire the financial resources, which place are share capital or debt capital or bank loans. How to acquire the financial resources. Third one is allocating funds in business. So when we acquire the funds, those funds are allocating in the business. Why we allocating the business? To earn profits. So that is the main three activities of the financial management. Now evaluation of financial management. Evaluation of management classified into three steps or three phases. First one is the traditional phase, and second one is transitional phase, and third one is modern phase. Second one is transitional phase, and third one is modern phase. Modern phase. So these three stages or phases of evolution of financial management. The first one is the traditional phase. Generally, financial management before 1900 it is a part and parcel of economics. After 1900 only they started as a separate branch in social sciences. In traditional phase they are concentrated on long-term funds only. So that is the main phase or main activities in traditional phase. It began 1940s, and the modern phase it began mid 1950s. 1950s. So in this stage, modern techniques are applied in financial management. Modern techniques are applied in financial management, like quantitative analysis in business decisions, statistical tools. These are all implemented in modern phase. Scope of financial management. Scope of financial management. The scope of financial management we can classify it as a traditional phase and modern phase. Scope of financial management. The scope of financial management is classified into traditional phase and a modern phase. Traditional phase. In traditional phase, generally traditional phase is the narrow sense in financial management. The main functions of traditional phase is raising of funds from financial institutions. That is the number one. Number two, raising of funds through financial instruments like shares, bonds from capital market. Number three, the legal and accounting relations between the enterprise and the sources of funds. So these three are important functions in traditional phase. The main drawbacks of traditional phase is ignore day-to-day problems. First one, that is the main drawback. And the second one is outsider looking in approach. And third one, ignored working capital financing. And next one, ignored allocation of capital. These four are main drawbacks in traditional phase. And coming to the modern approach, the main four drawbacks are in traditional phase. Modern approach started during midst of 1950s. Its scope is wider since it covers conceptual as well as analytical framework for financial decision making. It covers both procurement funds as well as allocation of funds. And in this approach, the financial decisions are implemented. The financial decisions are three. Number one, investment decision. Number two, financing decision. Number three, dividend decision. These three decisions are implemented in modern phase. Investment decision is the major decision, remaining two decisions. Investment decision, when we have funds, those funds are invested in long-term funds or long-term assets or short-term assets. Long-term assets coming under plant and machinery, land and buildings, furniture and fixtures. When we invest the money, these three fixed assets, we have to require more funds. And coming to the short-term funds, the best example of short-term funds are working capital. To run the business day-to-day activities, we want to require some capital. Those capital is nothing but working capital. So when the company to procure the funds, those funds are invested in different assets like fixed assets as well as current assets. And second one is financing decision. The financing decision is nothing but the financial manager to procure the funds. How to procure the funds? Whether it is debt capital or share capital, the ratio is decided by the financial manager through financing decision. Suppose if you have more share capital, we have one disadvantage. We have less EPS, earning per share. Suppose if you have more debt capital, we have problems. What are the problems? To repayment of debt is the very crucial. Suppose company having any financial losses at that moment, debt capital is the very dangerous to the company point of view. And third one is dividend decision. Dividend decision main importance is when the company earn the profits, those profits are transferred to equity shareholders as a dividend, or some of the part they give dividend and some of the part they keep in their hands for future benefits. So that type of decision is coming under dividend decision. So these three are important decisions in financial management. Generally, you take example I.M. Pandey textbook. So in I.M. Pandey textbook, we have another decision that is called liquidity decision. This is another decision in I.M. Pandey says liquidity decision. So what is the liquidity decision? When the company announces the dividend, automatically the company liquidity position will come down. At that time, the payments of the company is very crucial. So based on the liquidity decision, it will depend on the dividend decision. So totally we have three decisions, but some of the textbook says liquidity decision also one of the decision. So this is the financial decisions in financial management. Goals of financial manager. Generally, the financial manager goals are two. Number one, profit maximization. Number two, wealth maximization. So these two goals are the financial manager. Profit maximization. Through economic transactions, the profit maximization can reach. And second one is wealth maximization. Increase of share value, it will reach the wealth maximization. So these two are important goals for any financial manager.